What are all these wires?
The main part of this whole thing is the flux capacitor here. The flux
Capacitor makes this all possible.
capacitor. Jay has a transmitter like this at his house.
Just like this? God forsaken.
Different. He's got a blue and white umbrella.
Lee is sending over to Jay at the same time as Larry's going to try to now get.
Turn it up.
Here at halftime, so I don't know.
Yeah, Jay, can you hear me? We got you live. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Larry!
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're here. In fact, you look pretty good. In fact, you look a little better than that plant behind you there.
This plant here? Is,
Yeah.
It's sort of losing all its leaves and things, and unfortunately for that, it's going to look bald here in a little while. Me, I've got all my hair.
Yeah, you look real good. Jay, we've got some people here. We're all assembled. We really miss you. We've got some questions that I think some people like to ask, if that's possible. What do you think?
Well, if we could just take a question at a time, I'd be glad to answer whatever anybody has.
All right. Hey, how about me? Start out with this gentleman, Dan.
Well, let me.
Jay, could you give us some statistics?
Did you hear that?
Sure, Dan.
Okay.
I just prepared a few statistics on what's been happening to me over the last 30 days or so, and just for everybody's information, I have had 7 different surgical procedures performed on me. I've been in and out of the hospital 3 different times. I've had the most number of tubes that I've had protruding from my body at any single point in time has been 5. My hair loss to date, as I mentioned, has been none. Projected hair loss is all. Since this episode has begun and I went into the hospital the first time, I have lost a total of 17 pounds. I have 7 different doctors that I can call my doctor with different specialties. And to date, since getting out of the hospital, my stamina has been very, very good.
Great.
Any other questions?
Great. Yeah, is there any, yeah, Bob. I think Bob's got one here.
Jay, you said you're going to lose your hair. Does that worry you?
No, Bob. I was Bob. I think it sounded like Bob.
Yeah, you got it. That was cousin Bob. Yeah,
Bob,
good,
I
good.
really am not the least bit worried about losing my hair. I have a triple backup plan, and I might want to just, so everybody will always recognize me, and give you a little preview of my the new Jay Marsh look. Let me just take the earphones off for a second, bear with me. But I think you're going to like it. And you might want to take a little vote afterwards to see which of the looks you like the best.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that, Jake.
I like my blue fox look is really
Very lovely.
or the sporty look.
Very lovely, Jay. Very lovely.
What I call my Laura Lee special. Makes me
Very stylish.
And then I have my professional look that one of the things I ought to be able to continue to conduct business quite easily with my Elvira look that I'll just fit right into my usual old routine here.
Elvira. All right.
Makes me look quite classy.
All right.
What do you think?
Very classy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the new look. Oh no, I'm not worried at all about losing my hair.
Okay, well, we really
see, I'm well prepared.
Yeah, we can see that. Everyone really liked that. I think we got another question here from Rand. Rand, you had your hand up.
Yeah, mentoring. Jay, what were the 7 procedural? You said you had 7 surgical procedures. What were they?
Yeah, I did mention 7 procedures, and as luck would have it, when you're in the hospital, they prepare a chart for you to show you exactly what happens to your body while you're in the hospital. Here, the 7 different procedures I have identified on this chart. The first one was the EGD, or esophago-gastrointestinal endoscopy, where they stick the tube down my throat and look around inside the stomach and see what's going on from that side. Then the second procedure that was done, you can see from this diagram, Brown number 2, was the colonoscopy that was done, where they go up to the other end. You get it, Brown number 2. Somebody can explain that to Vanda later. Number 3 was when they did the needle biopsy. What they do is they take about a 12-inch needle that looks like it's about an inch in diameter, and they stick it right into my stomach in the area of the tumor, trying to get a sample of the tissue, so they wouldn't have to do procedure number 4. That was extremely painful and unsuccessful as far as making a final determination of what type of tissue I had. Number 4 was the laparotomy, where they cut me open, took a large sample of the tumor for diagnostic purposes, and did a resectioning of my small intestine to bypass 2 feet of small intestine that had been dangerously close to becoming blocked. The 5th procedure is when they hammered and chiseled out 3 chunks of bone out of my hip with local anesthetics, so obviously that was a painless procedure. Number 6 is when they took some bone marrow from my sternum. My little oncologist got on top of my chest with this big drill and drilled right through the sternum, and my body shook as they did it. Quite an experience. And number 7 is the last procedure that was done just recently, where they inserted a Groschan catheter into my upper left-hand side of my chest, sticking the catheter in close to the heart so that the chemotherapy that I receive will have immediate and direct response throughout my body. The other aspect of this diagram are the A, B, C, D, and E, which is the different tubes that I had sticking out of me after my operation. I had 2 IVs out of my left arm. One was for intravenous feeding, the other was for pain medication. The IV in my right arm was for blood transfusions, of which I received 3. The D indicates the urethra catheter that was used to keep me urinating without going to the bathroom. And E is where they had the tube down my throat to pump out all my gastric juices during the 12 days that I was without food. I think, Randy, that pretty well describes
I got another question.
technical aspects
I got another question.
of what happened to me. Any other questions, you probably could direct to the
I could give them another
nursing
one.
contingent there, and they'll be able to fill you in on more details of everything, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, great. Jay, I think Rand has a follow-up here. Rand, you want to...
Well, yeah, I know you got him on hold there. His stamina looks so good. I'm amazed how your stamina managed to hold on like this.
It's amazing how he's live. He holds still. So
Good that he held still that way. Get him off of that reception. This little bad there.
Oh, there we are. Adjust the dish.
Okay, Jay, is there anybody else there? Jay, can you hear me? Linda, yeah, Linda.
Linda, I'm right in the middle of an interview.
Okay, thanks, Linda. Jay, the question
What was it?
on stamina.
Oh,
Stamina.
yeah, my stamina. No, I am not faded out or felt weak or dozed off or anything like normally you might expect from the experiences that I've been through. No, my stamina's been fine.
All right, well, that's obvious. I think we got another question here. Bob had his hand up. Wes, we'll come back to you if we have time.
Yeah. Well, I think some of us are interested in litigation, personal injury, that kind of stuff. I was kind of wondering, get any lies in the hospital? Any inconsistencies?
Now,
Things
leave it to you, Bob. Right in on the essence of a hospital stay, and where we might be able to, as a family, sort of capitalize on some of the experiences. I certainly would be a wonderful confirming witness to confirm what the 10 biggest lies have been during my hospital stay. I just received from home office, as a matter of fact, in the Spines, Illinois,
No home office.
my personal list of the 10 biggest lies that I experienced while in the hospital. And if I can just run through them with you, big lie number 10 is you'll probably get those tubes out in a day or two.
Everyone agrees on that.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, that's people seem identified with
Number
that
8. Nothing is more important than our patients. After paperwork, personal phone calls, and coffee breaks, of course. The 7th biggest lie. This one is the one that comes most often from student nurses. I was told to clean your urethra catheter again. You get it? Student nurses?
Yeah.
Biggest lie number 6. You might feel a little soreness when the anesthesia wears off.
Yeah, a lot of people understand it.
Big lie number 5. We'll do everything we can to help you get a good night's sleep. That's big lie number 5. Big lie number 4. Sure, I'll get the doctor for you on the phone right away.
Good luck on that.
Big lie number 3, and this one happened to me more than once. They forgot your meal tray, but I ordered another one, and it'll be here in a minute.
Is that one of those Mexican minutes?
We're really getting to the big ones now. Big lie number 2. This one has been heard by more patients. This will only hurt a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of people identify with that.
Number 1, biggest lie told at every hospital around the country, especially the one I was in. When you push this button, a nurse will come. Disconnects all nurse call buttons. We turn that master switch down to the main floor somewhere around 10:30 at night so that nobody in the hospital could possibly get a nurse, no matter how desperately it needed one. I remember one weekend I was in there and I pushed the nurse call button about midnight, and I was certain that the next ice age would come before a nurse would appear. Well, I know that the game's been an exciting one so far, and it's, the halftime is just about up. I hope Michigan's able to do a little better in the second half. Claire?
No, Wes had one, but I'm sure it was inconsequential. Jay, we just thank you very much for being with us. We miss you. We all love you. And we're hoping that you'll recover soon. Please get better quick. We're praying for you, Jay.
Thank you very much, and it's been great visiting with you, and God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of the day. Happy New Year.
God bless you, Jay. We're cut off now. Yep,
No, we lost him.
Oh boy, oh boy.
The dish failed.
Fantastic, all through the umbrella.
Yeah, I need to say.
I would not have believed
I need to say a couple things. Jay, who's doing very good here at halftime during the game, we've spent the last several days with him, as you know, and he looks as good now as he has in the last 5 days. I think it's primarily because a lot of the medication, I know Vanda and Kathy understand that he's gotten after his chemotherapy. But he's in an extremely weakened condition and has lost a lot of weight, and he's sleeping a lot and not eating very well. So we do, of course, all need to keep praying.